everybody. This is Jessica Gardner from the Ace Ride With Us podcast, and I am here with Communications Manager from Ride Entertainment, Kris Rowberry. Kris, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so great. It's been a great show, from debuting the Legacy of Schwarzkopf documentary with Nicholas Robert and team earlier this week to all the great sales conversations we've been having. It's been a really great show.
I'm so glad that IAAPA Expo has been good for you. It's sad that we are on the final day, day 4, but excited today to be here in front of the Gerstlauer booth. Gerstlauer had some pretty exciting announcements this week at IAAPA Expo, didn't they?
That's right. We've had 2 brand new coaster concepts, the Infinity Inverted Coaster and the Airtime Coaster, announced, both of which are already in other parks outside the U.S., but we're looking forward to bringing some potentially to the U.S., hopefully sooner rather than later.
We also hope that. So I think some people have a little bit of confusion, and I want to just really do a little Gerstlauer 101.
Sure.
So first of all, I know that people have confusion about the Infinity Coaster and the Eurofighter.
Yes.
And then I also want to talk about how the inverted Infinity Coaster fits all into that. So let's start at the beginning.
Okay, so Gerstlauer 101. The Eurofighter is the small, compact looping coaster that has just a single car on it. The Infinity...
Examples like...
So like Iron Shark at Galveston Pleasure Pier.
Okay.
Or Daredevil Dive at Six Flags Over Georgia.
So
those
fun.
are Eurofighters.
Yeah.
The Infinity Coaster, like this one right here, has multiple cars, up to 5 or 6 in some cases, rows, 4 cross seating, and has several more elements that the Eurofighters can't necessarily do.
Okay, is that like Hang Time at Knott's Berry Farm?
Hang Time, Knott's Berry Farm,
Okay.
Great example of an Infinity Coaster instead of
Monster
that. Monster at Adventure Park in Iowa, also an Infinity Coaster.
Awesome. I love these models here. It really breaks it down.
Most
So this
definitely.
is Infinity Coaster 460. Why 460?
460 meters, that's the length of the track.
Oh, all right, I see. And what is this? Is this from?
This is from Wallaby Roan Alps.
Oh, nice.
Also has a stall section right there and reversing track.
Oh.
Absolute blast.
I've not ridden this one, but this is making me want to go and take a trip.
You love it.
Now we're on the other side of the booth where there is a model of the Infinity Inverted Coaster 355. So explain this a little bit. First of all, why Infinity? Is it because it looks like the Infinity symbol, or is it because of the track layout? What is it?
We just think it's a great name.
Yeah.
So
I thought maybe turning radius or...
No, nothing like that. It was just Infinity Inverted. Just sounded like a cool, different name that's differentiated from any other inverted coaster that's out there on the market. And we think it's one of the best as well because of just the design elements that are built into the ride. This one is heading out to Parque del Cafe in Colombia.
Oh,
also
wow.
home for you fans of Worlds of Fun, of the original Zambezi Zinger. So this is going to be a part of that very soon.
Very cool.
These restraints, they're not over-the-shoulder restraints on this coaster. They're just lap bars. They're really comfortable. Very nice, give you a lot of room for freedom on there. We do all sorts of different elements. We can do any inversions you want. If you've been out to Tussenfreude, you've seen the Storm, the Dragon Legend. That's the first Infinity Inverted Coaster that Gerstlauer produced. It has a swing launch, so we have options. You can do a chain lift on these, you can do a swing launch. Anything is possible with the Infinity Inverted coasters.
Oh, well, I hope it's possible it's going to come to the U.S.
Boy, we sure hope so.
And now let's talk about the Airtime Coaster. Can we walk back to the front?
Absolutely, come on over, I'll show you the train.
All right, let's look at this. I believe you don't necessarily have a model yet, but what we do have
is the train for it. So as you can see, if you come on in here, these are class 5 restraints, which means you can actually go upside down. This coaster can also do inversions and launches, but the real selling point of this ride is that the height requirement. It goes down to just 1 meter or 39 inches.
Whoa.
So that means you can have a thrilling family coaster for everyone in the family.
Ride.
Exactly. So this is something that's a bit more intense than, say, a standard family coaster, like, say, a Fire Chaser Express at Dollywood.
Okay.
But with that floating airtime sensation that I know all the roller coaster enthusiasts, like myself, love. So now we're bringing that to an even younger audience. It's going to be amazing, and we really hope to see this come. There's one already being built in Europe right now, but there's another we're hoping to come to the United States very soon.
This is so exciting. So yeah, explain how that they were able to design it so that someone of that height could be in it.
So the way that they did it, and Gerstlauer is so genius with this, is that they took their design that's already been very comfortable in terms of seating,
yes,
and they just modified it, but added that class 5 restraint. That's the most important part.
What does that mean, class 5? It's just a different,
It's just a different classification of it that allows them to put that height requirement down so low.
That's amazing. That's really cool and doesn't look too uncomfortable. Looks like really cozy as well.
They are very comfortable.
Oh, I'm excited to hear that. And accessibility as well?
Absolutely.
Potentially. I love hearing that. That's wonderful. So what do you think the future of Gerstlauer is? What would you say?
The future of Gerstlauer is really bright in the United States. You know, there's quite a few installations outside the US, but we've had a lot of parks coming to us this week that are interested in learning more about it, especially about the airtime in the Infinity Inverted Coaster.
Yeah.
And we hope that some more also come out because we want to bring more Gerstlauer product to the United States, because if you've been on one, you know how much fun they are.
So much fun. So much fun. I had the opportunity to ride Monster earlier this year.
Isn't that great?
What a great, I mean, I'm a long time hang time fan, but Monster, I mean, these coasters are so much fun, and I love that they're still innovating and coming up with new things and bringing more to the masses.
And, you know, Nicholas, who's behind the camera, got to ride Tiki Waka at Wallaby, Belgium last year. It was an absolute blast. He's nodding his head. You can't see it, but he really is. There he is. Yeah. It was awesome, and that's Gerstlauer's bobsled coaster, and there's no bobsled coasters in the United States, even though it's Gerstlauer's very first design. So gotta find a park out there somewhere that wants to do a new modern take on the Wild Mouse.
Oh, I love it. If you're listening, how can people check out Gerstlauer?
Come on over to the Ride Entertainment, give us a holler. We represent Gerstlauer in the United States along with several other different manufacturers around the world, and we'll get you in touch and we'll start designing.
All right, you heard it here. Thank you so much, Kris, for talking to us today.
Thank you all.
Everybody check out rideentertainment.com. There it is.